I'm assuming everything's closed. It shouldn't be a big deal. So what do? I lean down and I grab the valve and I twist it. And then I pull it off because I was going to put the Flush King thing on there. I 100% forgot that I just put 10 gallons of water in this thing about 5 days ago. So I untwist this valve and I pull it out and just a flood. Like a flood. And I grabbed
a flood of
just black tank. Yes, all over me. Shoes. Thank God it wasn't the leg that I saw the stitches in. It was my leg. But on my sweatshirt, like it was just. And I grabbed the Flush King and I jam it on there. But now we're sitting here. There's just black tankness all over, right?
In the bougie park.
In the bougie park.
Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas. Hey y'all, welcome back to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where full-time RV life gets real. We are Danny and Melissa from Four Simple Lives, and we are joined, as always, by our travel fam, Jim and Amy from the Vagabonds, and Rob and Trish from Living Like Nomads.
But before we dive into another fantastic episode of RV Trash Talk, I want to share some very exciting news that our other hosts don't even know. Our podcast has officially surpassed 5,000 downloads.
Oh, no way! Woo! Oh my God!
Awesome!
That is
thanks awesome. To all the listeners.
This is a huge accomplishment for our podcast, and we just want to take a minute to thank everyone that has supported us and made this podcast so successful in just 27 episodes.
Cheers, listeners!
Yes. Cheers, listeners! Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
So we hope you guys enjoyed our last podcast, where we gave our RV must-haves to get you started on your full-time journey, and some items that you can probably skip.
Like the Flush King. Definitely skip the Flush King.
I was waiting for Rob to say something. So today's episode is one that we're all super excited to talk about, and maybe a little nervous to record. We're sharing our top 3 campgrounds that we've stayed at while full-time RVing. And it wouldn't be RV Trash Talk if we didn't talk a little trash. So we're going to give you all of our number 1 campground that we would never stay at again.
Oh boy.
But before we do that, let's kick it off how we always kick it off. Where's everybody at? What y'all been doing? And what's in the glass? Rob and Trish, what it is?
We are in, where are we? We're in Mesa Verde Campground. Mesa,
No.
Where are we? I have no idea where we are.
We are in Monte Vista.
Monte Vista, that's what it is. Monte Vista.
In Mesa, Arizona. So he's just, mixing up all the names.
Yeah. I've been working like a dog. Like Jim and I have been busy. Jim's been my assistant for the last couple of weeks, which has been awesome. Since my knee surgery, he has been a fantastic partner, and we have been quite busy. And we have a couple more jobs coming up before he leaves. So it has been really good.
Yeah.
So
I've had a great time seeing some family, obviously lots of friends, and we could share more about that later. But yeah, it's been great. We're here for, another week or so before we head out.
And I am, just so everybody knows, the International Monte Vista second place poker champion on this visit so far. Last visit I was the champion, but I have another poker tournament tonight, which I'm planning on winning. I've been mindset all day on winning this thing, so I'll let you guys know how that works out. So big pot,
Congratulations.
$400, so
and
it'll be good.
I'm a little boring today. I've just got some electrolytes in my water. And
Coors Latte, the big boys from Costco, the big ones. I like it. Cheers.
Heck yeah. Cheers. All right, Jim and Amy, what's the story with y'all?
Well, we are also in Monte Vista with Rob and Trish. We're actually...
We can see their rig.
Yeah, we can see their rig from here. We've been here almost a week. It's a pretty bougie campground. We actually have a trash can and a recycling can at our site, and you put it out to the curb on garbage days and recycling days.
What state are we talking about? Where's
Monte Vista?
Yeah,
Arizona.
5 pools, hot tubs, live music. It's been pretty cool.
Yep, it's in Mesa, Arizona. It's amazing. Shopping's real close.
But we've also been heading up. We've been hanging out with some, obviously Rob and Trish, because we're with them. But we've been hanging out with. We've been parked real close to Sean and Billy from Free to Roam, who we've had, and then we just had drinks with Kevin and Larika from
Retired
Road Tripping.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
been
They all did
spending
some
time
RV
with them.
shows together. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And
Very
like
cool.
Rob already said, he's been working my butt off. So I was beat yesterday. We did quite a few jobs, and it was getting a little warm, and it took a toll on me last night, man. I just came into the house and sat down with a big old glass of water, and it's like drinking. But
Yep.
what's in your glass?
Oh, because it's very hot here. It's
It is
like
very
90
hot.
degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and in my glass, I have just water because we've been at the Elks and I had beer with Kevin and Larika.
And I almost had beer. It was beer, but it was Michelob Ultra. That's what I had at the Elks. But in my glass tonight, I have a neat pour of Penelope bourbon. So a good friend of ours, actually,
Yeah.
Chris, went to school with myself, Danny, and Rob at NRVTA, and they're kind of in the area. So they drove over and we fed them, and he brought me a bottle of bourbon. So thanks, Chris.
And Annette.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Shout out.
Don't forget Annette.
All
I
right,
don't even
where
know.
are we?
Where did we leave off?
Am I gonna?
Oh, you guys
You
need
can
to
leave,
tell
I'm
us where
sorry.
you're at.
Yes.
All right. So where are we, Melissa?
I don't know. Where are we? I'm just kidding. We're in the northwest area of Florida, the Panhandle. People kind of forget about this part of Florida, but it is the best part. I know, the floppy part of
The
Florida.
little floppy part.
But we are here visiting Danny's parents, trying to help them. They're having a couple of medical issues, but we are here to help them for the month and enjoy the awesome weather and the beach that's here.
Yes. To correct something she said, Florida sucks. Any part of Florida sucks. And
Except
I
the
was
Keys.
here. I did a 580-mile trip from South Florida to here last week because my dad was in the hospital. Luckily, I just had the truck, no trailer. And then we turned around. I got sick with my dad at the hospital. So I drove home being sick because I was like, it's just going to get worse. And then like 4 days later, we turned around and then drove 580 miles with the RV on the back. So it's been awesome. However, I'm in a better mood because I'm drinking Corona
There
tonight
you
with
go.
lime. So I'm feeling
Nice.
like I don't give a shit.
There it
Yes,
is.
we were supposed to be in the Keys right now, so that's very, very sad.
That's
But
true.
hey, parents. And
So
I
how's
am
it-
not at my parents. I am not drinking boxed wine. Danny bought me a bottle of wine today, so I'm
There you
drinking
go.
normal wine like a
Sweet.
normal human being.
Good job.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
Cheers, cheers,
everybody.
cheers.
Clink, clink.
I had bought a bottle of wine for our recording. I forgot.
So you guys, I'm assuming you guys are in a park somewhere, right? How's the park you guys?
Yeah,
in?
we're at a place called Unhitched in Milton, Florida,
Yeah.
and we got like
Okay.
$950 for the month, which was pretty sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
So we'll be here. I think we're going to extend 2 more weeks because we have to go back down and make that drive again because I got some dental work. So that'll be 3 round trips in like a 2 or 3 week period. So that's awesome. So anyway, enough about me and how much I hate Florida. Robin, Trish, why don't you guys kick us off with your top 3 campgrounds that you've stayed at and what makes it so awesome?
All right. Well, I will kick it off with our number one, and that would be Lake 5 RV Resort in West Glacier, Montana.
Awesome.
This was one of the ones we did our first summer on the road, and I would say the reason we loved it the most is, first of all, the spaces were very spacious. It was a pretty decent sized park, but you backed right up to the lake, and literally, I would say you walk out the door and maybe take about 20 steps and you could go right into the water and paddleboard, and it was all surrounded by all the mountains. Just beautiful.
It was absolutely amazing. It was one of those like the picturesque things that you see on Instagram and everything like that. It was that, but real life. Like it was,
Beautiful.
it was by far like the best. And being able to,
How far is it
like you
from
said-
the entrance?
About 5 minutes.
yeah,
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
it was great. I mean, you can literally, like Trish said, walk out, grab your paddleboard, take 10 steps, and drop right in the lake.
Yeah.
And I mean, and the water, so the water's cold as hell because
Ask
it's
him how he
obviously
knows.
it's coming off the mountain. But yeah, so when I paddleboard, I take Moxie usually with me. So Moxie and I are sitting out there on the paddleboarding around. Trish walks out to the lake to let me know like dinner's ready or something. Moxie sees her, flips out, and of course like jumps off, which makes me fall into the water. that's 32 degrees.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh.
but it was picturesque. It was absolutely amazing. It was really good.
And
Very, very cool.
yeah, one other thing too is we had friends who met up with us, and they've also got cabins there. So
Yeah.
it was really nice. Our friends stayed in the cabins, because when we booked it originally, we still had our motorhome, but then we had gotten our fifth wheel. But they wanted to keep their reservation, so they stayed in the cabins. We had our fifth wheel. It was just a really nice park overall. Not like oodles of amenities or anything, but the surroundings and view made it all worth it.
The next one is Pleasant Valley Cabins and Campground in, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Cimarron,
Colorado. Excuse me. Oh, that was bad. Anyway, this place was awesome. It was small. It probably has 20 sites maybe. There's a river that backs up to the back part of the park, and you actually back right up to the river. And it is, again, it's awesome. It's picturesque. It is in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So like there's no cell service or nothing. Without Starlink, you
have no connection.
You have no connection.
Yeah.
Now the highlight of this place is the main entrance part. The lady there makes homemade pie every day. So every day there's a new pie that you can go try, and a slice of pie is like $5. But oh my God, is it so worth it?
Yeah.
So that was the daily thing. We'd go up there, grab pie, and then
two other things on that one. I think for the whole week stay, it was only like $220 or something. It was very inexpensive, and also just again very big spots and lots of like land right behind you with a fire pit, but it also backs right up to the water. So just again very picturesque. And the third one is the Narrows RV Park in Oregon. I don't know what town.
In
Princeton, Oregon. Now this one is really cool. It is in the middle of nowhere.
There's nothing special about it at all, but
yes and no.
Yeah. There's a little bar.
There is a little bar restaurant, which is great. And if you ever get a chance to get there, they make homemade milkshakes, which are to die for. But the really cool part about this is because it's so remote and in the middle of nowhere, the stars.
It's a dark zone.
Yeah, it's a dark zone. It's really close to like a bird sanctuary and stuff as well. But you literally from like horizon to horizon get stars. So it's like you're in this dome of stars at night. It is just the coolest.
It is. That was one of the first times when we went out at night and saw, like, granted, if you guys boondock, you see stars. This place was still by far the most stars I've ever seen. Yeah. And like Trish said, it was literally from horizon to horizon because it's a dark zone, no external lights anywhere. So once in the sun goes down, it is just black as black can be. And man, the stars are out of this world. It was mind blowing. I mean, it was really, really cool. Not a ton of amenities. I had a little bar, had a little restaurant, but the big thing was that thing at night. Just it was like sitting in a planetarium. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was
so
cool.
We have Montana, Colorado, and Oregon.
Oregon.
Yep.
So let's see. Maybe it's our top 9 out of the 6 of us. Maybe we'll get 9 different states. Let's see. So those were awesome. Right. Jim and Amy, what is y'all guys' absolute top 3 RV parks you've been to?
Okay. Oh, my notes closed out. Hold on. No, I know the first one. Well, the first one back up. I kind of took it into, I made like 3 different little categories about why I feel these are our top RV parks. The first one I'm choosing is basically for the amenities. Like you could go to, and I put them together. They're 2 separate parks, but it's the 2 Encore parks down in the Florida Keys. Fiesta Key, Sunshine Key. But they got it all. One of them has a restaurant and a bar. They both got pools. One has a hot tub, one doesn't. But the island life.
Both of them are surrounded by water, if you couldn't guess that.
You guys know we paddled the whole Sunshine Key. You could just get on your paddleboard and go and not ever need a car. You could just paddle to the next island if you wanted. And the vibe there, it's awesome. Just laid back. You go sit by the pool, sit at the beach.
Island life.
It
was amazing. And the spots, they aren't huge at either one of the parks, but we saw plenty of big rigs in there. All of the both of them had full hookups, so water, electric, sewer. Electric was 50 amp, and yeah,
Can't beat it.
That's sweet, except it's in Florida, but that's
well, I know. I'm sorry you hate Florida, but come on,
Is that
you
the place
did
that
love
serves
the
your
heat.
margaritas when you pull in, like at 5 o'clock every day?
yeah,
No.
No, that'd be Margaritaville.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
No.
yeah.
All right. Our second one, this one is based more so on location. And that was Yosemite Lakes in right outside of Yosemite Park. I know we were all there together, and maybe that's why it's special, because all 6 of us finally met for the first time since RV school. So I think that holds a little special place in my heart because we're all there together. But then Yosemite was just beautiful, and to be able to go to Yosemite, what,
Find
half hour or
parking.
so?
Yeah.
Right.
Plenty of parking.
So much
Yeah.
parking.
So
So
much
much
parking.
parking for us, not the DeLacy's, but
Well, and to add just real quick, that is a Thousand Trails park.
right.
Just
And
to be clear.
we were back to our site. I know you guys had problems with your electrical when we got there. Fortunately for us, we didn't. We were backed right up to the little river that ran through. The spots were decent size, full hookup, water, sewer, electric.
Quiet, dark.
You know, still got your washer dryer, and we had you guys, and that's what made it great too.
I agree.
And the location. And location to Yosemite. So there's California, Danny. So I got Florida, California. All right, you want to do this last one? Me? Yeah, I made the list.
Yeah.
So this one, it's not really a campground, and we just experienced this last month, was boondocking out in the Arizona desert. I know it's weird because we're talking about campgrounds, and it's not a campground, but being out there and experiencing
nature,
desert nature, no lights, no distractions, just you, your RV, couple good friends, some drinks.
Where did you guys boondock?
We had boondocked, what, about 10 miles?
We were about 6 miles north of downtown Quartzsite, Arizona, and about 4 miles to the east of Highway 95 that runs north-south.
Nice.
But it was quiet at night. We sat around, had campfires, kind of like what you just talked about with the dark sky and all the stars. I mean, it was amazing. A couple nights, there was like this big glow around the moon. I mean, yeah, you don't get the hookups, you don't get the pool and the hot tub, but there was just something awesome about being out there and being free and just loving life in your RV.
Yep. And like Amy said, there was no hookups at all, but there was one company out there that would come and take away, empty your gray and black tank, and he also had fresh water on board. So if you needed fresh water, and our friends actually did that, and it was actually not too expensive. I think it was about $60 for them to come dump his tanks and get fresh water. So, but you don't necessarily have to hook your rig up to go dump your tanks and get fresh water. And if you're mindful, you could probably go. Well, it really depends how mindful you are and how many paper plates you use.
And I don't think you have to hook up in a campground to experience a great camping experience.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
No,
yeah, great point. How many nights did you guys boondock?
We did 2 weeks, 2 full weeks, 14 nights.
Nice.
Yep. That is awesome.
Go watch the YouTube video.
Yep. Yeah. Go watch our YouTube video. So now that's Arizona, Danny.
All right, so we got Florida and what was the other one?
You can't remember the rest of them. Colorado.
No. Jim and Amy had Florida, and then Florida, California, Arizona. Got it.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we had Montana,
Colorado,
and Oregon.
Good job.
I got it. Well, I think we're going to have 3 other states, so I think we checked that off. So
nice.
Our top 3 are, in no particular order. Number 1 for us is Watchman Campground in Zion National Park. That's in Utah. It's absolutely stunning. These massive walls surround you. You know, I guess we did have the stars and stuff like that you guys talked about. Not nearly as nice as you guys had it, but it's right inside the main gate from the town there. I can't remember the town, but you drive right in. It's right there. And we were parked right in front of the big parking lots where everybody comes and
Visitor
parks
center.
for the day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it got a little crazy during the day and stuff. But then when people left, I mean, it totally felt like we were secluded. We had the entire place to ourselves. And then they had a pedestrian entrance where you could walk right into the town right there. So you could hit all the bars and the restaurants and stuff. Not a big town, but it was just awesome to be in a national. Anytime you can camp in a national park, I 100% recommend it, because it feels like you have the whole place to yourself once the crowds leave. And they have dry camping, and then their hookup sites were water and electric. So dry camping was $35 a night, and water and electric was $45 a night.
Yeah.
But that was by far one of the best places we've stayed for sure.
It was nice too because we got up early one morning, and the kids stayed in the RV, and Danny and I went and did a hike, just the two of us, which does not get to happen obviously a lot. So it was really nice to be able to do that. We could walk to the visitor center. Yeah, it's a great campground. We had deer in our campground all the time.
Oh wow.
It was a blast. We had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zion National Park.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Agreed. Yeah.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is Red Gate Farms in Savannah, Georgia. This was one of our favorites. Actually, Jim and Amy told us about this campground, and why it was so awesome is because it was on a Old Town trolley tour stop. If you like to take, the trolley tour into downtown Savannah, you could take the trolley. We did not do that. Actually, funny enough, when we were in Savannah last year, Danny's dad was in the hospital again, so he actually left the kids and I in Savannah, and so the kids and I explored Savannah, and so we just took the truck in there and parked for a day and took the trolley just around the city right there. Another cool thing about Red Gate Farms is they do horseback riding lessons. So Emma actually did 2 horseback riding lessons right there, and she loved it. Obviously, she loves doing all that stuff, so she had a great time. And the property is beautiful there. It's so quiet. It's very conveniently located, like only 15 minutes from downtown Savannah. They have a lake, they have a pool. Obviously, they have a ton of farm animals. It's just a really beautiful property. Even if you don't want to go to Savannah, I would highly recommend going there. But who doesn't love Savannah? If you're
Savannah's
beautiful.
you're just weird.
Love Savannah.
So, and I think that was $80 a night. So it is a little pricier, but it's not. I mean, for what you get there, it's a really great property.
Yeah, and they'll probably get our money again, considering that I went there and then left the next day and then came back the day before we left. So I'd love to go to Savannah too one time.
Yeah.
And then our number 3 is Lost Dutchman. Oh, it's the same state. Lost
Arizona.
Dutchman State
That's
Park in
okay.
Arizona.
Yes.
So we got
That's a great
8
park.
states.
Yes.
But Lost Dutchman State Park is absolutely awesome. I think that was we went full time directly from Colorado straight to Athens, Texas, met you wonderful people. And then that was kind of like our first couple of weeks of actually full-time traveling. Yeah. And we pulled up, I think we had water and electric. Mm-hmm. We were kind of on top of a bluff, and like just the red stones and the mountains around is absolutely amazing. And they have like this little old town, like, was it like a ghost town?
Frontier town or something like that?
Yeah, frontier land. So you go over there and you could eat, get a good steak, and get some ice cream, and just kind of see the history of
we can see it from here.
You can hear it.
Oh yeah, so you guys are right there. Yeah.
Goldfield.
So I think it's definitely going to be a special place for us, just because it was the first place that we really went to when we full-timed. But not only that, it's beautiful there. We had such a great time doing hiking. Just don't make our mistake and go hiking at 11 o'clock. Go earlier in the day because it's hot. So don't do what we did, and just like 30 minutes later we were like, it's too hot, let's just go.
Well, you know what's
we're
funny
not going to find the buried treasure.
No, not going to find that. But what's funny is that was our very first park when we went full time.
Yeah.
That we went to.
Funny.
Oh, wow,
we got friends there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a cool place. And that's the place I learned to use the turd toter. That was the first place I used the turd toter. So I've fine-tuned my skill sets there. I don't know if we're still fine-tuned, but that was the first place.
We haven't leaked.
So that's our top 3, but we kind of wanted to throw one more out there just to be the oddballs, just for our military community, and against everything I believe in. It happens to be in the terrible state of Florida. But it is in the Florida Keys, and it's Sigsbee RV Park on NAS Key West, Naval Air Station Key West. And this is just for our military folks out there. You have to be military or retired or affiliated with the military. But it is like you can't go to the Keys for under, unless you have Thousand Trails, of course. You can't go to the Keys for under $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And we stayed down there right on the base. I was able to book it a year out, so I was still active duty when we went there. And we were 20 feet from the water. It was $47 a night. So we paid like, I don't know, $1,200 for 5 weeks that we spent right on the water. And the base has a little tiny like sports bar right on the water, so you can watch sports. We were there during football season, have some beers. So, I mean, the Keys are beautiful. That's the only part of Florida I like. But for the military members out there, especially, you got to check out Sigsbee because it's absolutely awesome. It's about 3 miles from Key West, the downtown area, Duval Street. So you can ride your bikes or e-bikes down there. They also have parking for military close into the town of Key West, so you can just park and walk in. But, yeah, that's definitely a bonus for everybody.
We're supposed to be there right now.
Yeah, classic.
Well, I actually have one more on our list too, because this is international. So I just wanted to put this on. We did 2 weeks in Banff back in our second summer full time, and so
in Canada.
In Canada,
phenomenal.
Yeah. If you've not gone there, you need
Make
to
it a
add
point
it
to go.
The Colorado or the Canadian Rockies are just incredible, and this was called Tunnel Mountain Village 2 in Banff. And the cool part is we were there. I think it was like 10 or 11 nights total, and it was under $300 US to stay there. And you were literally right in the national park, but you had wildlife out there, deer and elk and everything else you could see every night, gorgeous views. And so
it was
I just wanted to mention that because it's out of
for
the
our
US.
Canadian friends, it's like $4,000 Canadian. It's about $8 American. So it was it was well worth it.
Just don't bring up the fact that they just lost hockey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Hey, you know what? You got to try. So it's all they tried hard. It's good. But that was definitely one of the honorable mentions, one for sure, because it was. I love that place. It was fantastic. So.
That's great. So I mean, you guys that are listening, you got 8 different states and 1 international location from us.
9.
And like.
Oh, states.
All right. We have 8 different states and 1 international location that we've mentioned. So don't be afraid to get out there. And like Jim and Amy said, some of the best camping that we've done personally, sounds like Jim and Amy, and we experienced it with Rob and Trish on our last trip with them. You got to get out there and boondock. Some of the most beautiful places when there's nobody around you. You just got wilderness and the landscape. Absolutely. So there's many, many great places to go RV camping, especially the ones that we've mentioned. But now we've talked about all these beautiful places, but again, this is RV trash talk, and we are not going to hold out at all. Let's talk about some of the terrible, the worst, the scum of the earth places that we've been to. And let's mix it up and have Jim and Amy. Let us know, what is your number 1 worst campground you've stayed at?
You want to do this one?
No, go for it. Because I don't know what we did. I was working the last couple of days pretty hard, so I don't know what we got.
He made me make the list. So fortunately, for the most part, I think we've been in most places have been pretty decent.
We've been pretty lucky.
I really kind of had to go back and think about this one and try to figure out what I could put on this list. So I ultimately ended up choosing a Thousand Trails park in California called Lake Minden. And this is in Nicholas, California, just kind of on the outskirts of Sacramento, so more Northern California. The park was okay. And this was one of our first ones that
it was our first year on the road.
We'd hit up as full-time RVers. What I remember most was cats, like everywhere. Like just, it was like, that movie 101 Dalmatians. Well, it was like that, but it was cats. Like just everywhere, roaming all around the RV park. And they were just strays. People would feed them. They wouldn't go. It was kind of smelly and, cat spray and pee. It was a little nasty. That was probably the biggest turnoff about that campground. Our spot was decent, but it wasn't full hookup. And not that matters, but it was, we didn't have sewer.
We had electric, but it was only 30 amp.
amp.
So going there in the middle of summer would be a no-go for us because we aren't doing much on a 30 amp service
Yeah.
in water, but
the whole cat thing was a big turnoff,
it was
really.
big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And
You don't want hot cat smell when it gets really warm.
No.
Not really.
No.
In this particular park, you had a lot of people that so within the Thousand Trails system, in some areas of our country, California being probably the number one, there are people that will live in the system and bounce between two of the parks. And this happens to be one of them because it's close to Sacramento, and it's affordable camping for people or affordable living for people. But some of them get up with loud cars, loud motorcycles, and go to work at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that was kind of another downside of that particular park. With that being said, will we not go there again? I will try not to. But if I have to go through that area and it fits, the price is right for us. So it won't be for a week or two.
No, it'd be
a night or two to get some rest as best we can and then move on down the road. But yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, unless you really love cats.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like cats?
Me,
Yeah,
I don't like
it's
that.
like the worst animal on the planet. Like they're
Amen.
just the worst thing.
They're
You're
gross.
gonna totally
You guys
give,
alienated
like,
all of
people
our
who
cat
love
listeners.
Florida. I know, and cat people are no longer
Do,
gonna
do
listen.
not buy cats and do not go to Florida.
That's not. I don't
I'm
agree
allowed
with
my
this
opinion
statement
about
at all.
cats. I don't care for cats. And to everybody that likes cats, love cats, good for you. It's not for me.
They
We're
can
a
be
house
cute.
divided
Doesn't
on
mean-
this situation.
Yeah.
We
I
used to have
love
cats.
Florida, and I love cats. Just saying.
I don't mind cats, but I don't want to have them, and I don't want to own them anymore.
Yeah, we had them for how many years?
Too many.
Yeah.
Did you let them walk on your kitchen counters?
No.
No.
Oh,
No,
see,
our
that's
cats
what's
were
scary.
they were pretty good. They
Yeah.
were a little bit of a pain, but one became a neighborhood cat anyway. Long story.
Yeah.
We eventually got a dog, and that's
Yep.
so much.
And now he's dead. So there's that. So,
Yeah.
Trish and Rob, what is your guys' absolute number one worst campground you've ever been to?
Yeah, so this one was a little hard. We
Yeah.
had to really think about it because there've been some places that aren't so awesome, but then there's, that they're not like horrible. But this particular one,
And I will say before you say this is bad because of the experience we
Yes.
had. I don't think it's necessarily a bad campground, but it was definitely the experience that we had. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So there's also no highlight to being at this place, unless you're there during prime season. But anyway, this was our first fall. We were in our motorhome, and it's called Grand Hot Springs RV Resort in La Grande, Oregon. And first of all, it's just a big, wide open field that probably fits, I don't know, 50 or 100 RVs. I really have no idea. We were the only one there.
Literally the only one.
The only one in the middle of this wind tunnel that wouldn't. So first of all, we get there. We're all excited to go to the hot springs. And then we get up there and they said, oh no, we closed the hot springs a few days ago. You no longer get access to them.
They're hot springs. Like you don't close them. They're
Yeah.
always there.
So-
I couldn't understand that. I was so mad.
So that was the first thing. But then literally it's just like probably bigger than a football field size field that's wide open. There's no like green grass.
There's no trees.
No trees.
nothing.
There's nothing. And all it did was the wind blew and we were inside just like rocking back and forth. I thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
And
The rain.
it rained. It was horrible. And there was nothing to do.
And we were booked for a week.
Yeah.
So this was day one.
Yeah. So we finally, on day 2, we were like, well, let's just try and go do a hike. Now, interestingly, as soon as we got away from the campground, there was no wind. It was the weirdest thing. So we went on a hike, had a great hike, but we came back and then our place was just shaking again. Like I really thought we were going to flip. So we were headed to a friend's next and I called her and I'm like, can we show up like 4 days early? Do you care? And she's like, no, come visit. So we packed up, we went up, we told them we got a refund for the remaining days and we left. But unless the hot springs are open, there's zero reason to ever go there.
Yeah.
Unless
100%.
maybe just an overnight. But again, I would only want to be there if other people were because then maybe they'd help block some of the wind. But it was the most insane
It was
wind
not good.
you have ever felt. I mean, it was seriously like hurricane wind in the middle of this field. And it was pretty scary. So yeah, that's our number one, never go back to.
Yeah. I do have an
So
honorable
Trish,
mention though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
so hold on, Rob. Hold on. So Trish, it is LeGrand. It's
Okay.
LeGrand, Oregon. I have been
Okay.
there so many stinking times in my life. It's not even funny. I actually had family in that town. One of my mom's sisters lived there. So growing up, we'd go there a lot. And I don't know why anybody would want to stop there, even with the hot springs. There's
Yeah,
nothing
Well, that
there.
was it. The hot springs. That was it.
Nothing there.
No,
It's
it was
McDonald's.
horrible.
And if
Yeah.
the campground
Yes.
is listening, you guys are probably awesome. It was just we had a bad experience because we were there off season. I think like off season by 2 days, and everybody left. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
but my honorable mention is we do a lot of harvest hosts. We stayed at a harvest host. It was a meadery, and a meadery is people they make meat. It's not a meatery where they do stuff with meat. Anyway, we stayed in a meadery in a complete sketch part of town
in Texas.
and you park around the back side and there's like a little grassy lot behind this place. So we parked there, and I mean, sketch was an understatement. Like gunshots at night. It was so bad.
Gunshots, sirens.
She's like, we should just leave right now. I'm like, I've been driving for like 9 hours. I'm sleeping. I don't care. But yeah, we got up first thing in the morning. And we boogied out of there. But it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
So you guys had one of your top parks was in Oregon, and then your worst park was in Oregon, and then Jim and Amy had one of your top parks in California, and then your worst park was in California. Mm-hmm. So stay away from cats. And if there's an RV park that gives you a refund for leaving early, you probably should just not go there to begin with, because not many RV parks will give you a refund.
Or if you're the only person in the RV park, that's probably a telltale sign as well.
Yeah, that should have been a drive-through. Just pulling in. You guys here for a reservation? Nope. We just checking it out. We're heading out right now.
Keep on.
So ours is.
This should come to no surprise to anyone who has listened.
I think we've talked about this on the podcast before, but and now that we've experienced it and I've thought about it more, I should have known from the beginning, because our listeners probably know which way we lean, and we stayed in Liberal, Kansas. So that should have been. It doesn't even matter what the RV park is. I'm convinced there is nothing good in Liberal, Kansas. But this was Seven Winds RV Park in Liberal, Kansas. Now, we booked it over Halloween. So that's a whole different trauma that my kids didn't get to experience Halloween. But we went there for 2 nights. And you guys have heard the story before, but we got E. coli. And the RV park did not tell us. It was like this big government conspiracy cover-up, which I'm not surprised that it happened in Liberal, Kansas. But it was atrocious. We stayed for 1 night, and then Halloween night, we're just passing through. We're doing 2,000 miles from California to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So we just passed through. Kids want to experience Halloween. Well, they definitely ate one of the bad candies, because we got E. coli at this shit-stained RV park in Liberal, Kansas. And I still have yet to get my refund. They told me they would refund me. So as a parting gift, when we pulled out of the RV park, I pulled right in front of where all their employees park, and I pulled my fresh tank handle, and I just let all that E. coli seep into their building, because it's unbelievable. So you guys heard all about our favorite parks, a couple of the ones that we would never go to again. So the listeners out there, if you guys have some great parks that you've been to, some recommendations for us as well as the other listeners, and some of those crappy old boy RV parks that you've been to, let us know on the socials and all that, because we love to cover them. We love to travel and stop at those places. So let's go into that lightning round now. So lightning round, nobody knows what the answers are.
Even Danny.
Nobody knows what the questions are. We don't know what the answers are. I don't even know what the questions are. I'm reading them now. So we'll just go Rob and Trish, then Jim and Amy, and then we'll go to us. So what campground would you recommend for? And the number 1 is families. Rob and Trish.
Oh, wow. For active families, I would say... where do we park? Where do we camp host in Oregon?
Oh, at the beach?
Yeah,
or
well, either one, the beach or
Cape Lookout,
and the other one, in Bend.
Tumalo
State Park, by far one of the best family-friendly campgrounds. The campground is actually on one side, and there's a day use on the other side. There's a river that runs through there. You can fish. You can go upriver with tubes, and then tube all the way down. There's
Hiking
so much.
trails.
There's so much to do there.
Hiking trails, running trails, lots of campfires,
Yep.
playground.
Right around the corner, there's a whole food truck court. So every day, a bunch of food trucks come in. So you can just basically go there and get food. But it is family friendly. It is awesome. It is really one of the best ones that we've been to. And we actually we camp host there. We've done it for several years now, and we'll be there again in August. So if you guys are in Tumalo, Oregon, come on by, say hi.
Nice.
Sweet. Robin just got Tumalo, Oregon for families. Jim and Amy, best RV park for families.
Because I know you love Florida so much, I'm going to say TTO, which is Thousand Trails Orlando.
But why?
But really, we've been a few different times, and obviously we don't have little kids to test, but there was kids everywhere. The campground is huge, nice big spots. Most of them are paved now. Ton of kids, ton of activities, 2 pools, hot tub, mini golf, tennis courts, pickleball, basketball. They got it all. Arts and crafts. So
Well, and we kind of say that with the full-time family in mind.
Yeah.
And
Is
trying
it
to
close
find
to the
connect
park?
with kids, while they're on the road.
and it's like only 10 miles from Disney World.
It takes you 2 hours to
Oh,
get there, but
perfect.
it's only 10 miles from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Or Disney World, rather.
That's the beauty of Florida. All right, Melissa, what's ours? Top campground for families.
I'm going to honestly say the one we're at right now. I've never had an RV park when I've called to make the reservation say, do you guys have kids? Do you want to be like near the playground, near the kids? And honestly, we've been here, 2 days now? The kids met friends instantly. We're literally like surrounded by kids, and they've been outside playing the entire time. The kids are so sweet here. Like, they're getting along great. And I've never had an RV park that actually asked about being like essentially on Kid Row, I guess is what you would call this place, Kid
That's
Row.
way off.
Kid Row.
That's way off.
Kid Row.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's been really great. I mean, the kids have had such a blast. Because as a full-time family, it can be hard sometimes for kids. But they've had a great time. These kids are really awesome, and they have all the activities here: putt, golf, basketball. I mean, they've been outside all the time, so it's really nice.
Yeah, so I would say that's a negative, and I wish we weren't here, but let's move on.
Wait,
So-
did you say what the name was? You said just where we are now, but I didn't catch the name.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
say?
It's Unhitched RV Park in Milton, Florida.
Okay, there you go.
Yes. And Danny, because he apparently hates everything in the world, does not like it.
Just kids in Florida.
Just Florida kids.
And
In
cats.
Florida.
And for our listeners, he is kidding. He does actually like cats. He likes kids, and he does like Florida.
And his kids.
All right. So, Rob and Trish, moving on from that, what is the number one luxury RV resort you would recommend?
Well, it might be where we're at right
I
now.
think like bougie, I'd go here.
Right where we are right
Yeah.
now at Monte Vista. It's so this is an Encore park, and
It's a brand new park. It's about 6 years old.
yeah, it's nice. But we've got, pickleball and tennis and a softball field and
Full gym,
full gym, a bunch of laundry rooms.
5 pools.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. There's a wood shop, there's a metal shop, there's a what they call it, a lapidary, there's a silversmith thing, there's jewelry, there's quilting. There's so much to do. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it is
Wow,
it is
that's
definitely it is, and it's bougie as hell. Like, we pulled in with our rig, and everybody's like, "Who are the Clampetts coming down the road?" But it was yeah. But it's really nice here.
Plus
I'm a fan.
yeah. Plus it's gated and stuff. And the thing I like about this too is a lot of the Arizona parks, like for the ones in the winter, it is a 55 and older though. That is the only thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of the parks like that, they have their park models, and then there's the RVs, and usually they're all intertwined together. What's really nice about this one is there's a whole separate section for the RVs. And so we're all together, and then, we've got the other side of the park, but it's big. There's, lots
There's a
of
damn
walking.
softball field
Yeah.
for the softball team that's in the park.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
And lots of bands and just fun stuff. Lots of activities.
Yep.
Nice.
Sweet. So, Arizona is a hit. Jim and Amy, the number one bougie RV park.
So I'm going to totally agree with Rob and Trish about this park. I mean, as soon as you drive in, on the right-hand side, there must be 10 multi-million-dollar motorhomes. But that's not our pick. We're going to go back to the other side of the country, to Danny's favorite state, to Florida. And it's going to be another Encore park, and it's going to be Tranquility Lakes, which is another, again, it's an Encore park, fairly new to the Encore system. Huge spots, nice grassy areas. There's 3 lakes there you could fish on, maybe only 2. A pool, and it's close to shopping, close to golf, close to the coast. So yeah, Tranquility Lakes for us.
That good farmers market where we got those pickles from. That you sent me that
Punta
picture.
Gorda Farmers Market is amazing. Yes.
All right, so Tranquility Lakes in Florida, so take that with a grain of salt. What's ours, Melissa? The number one bougie RV park.
Well, ours actually ends up being in Florida. So there just goes to show we spend a lot of time in Florida. That's probably why Danny loves it so much. But I would say it's Camp Margaritaville in Auburndale. We first went there for the RV Unplugged finale rally for season 2, fell in love with it, ended up going back, twice now since?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
They have a tiki bar, they have putt-putt, they have 2 pools, water slide, they have great food. It's a lot of fun. The kids have such a blast when we go there. And is there anything else that they have that I missed?
Is that the one that serves you margaritas at 5 o'clock every day?
Yeah. I
Yes.
guess so.
Well, they do have one of those carts that comes to your site. You just gotta order it up on your phone. They come right to you and make you a margarita. That's pretty sweet.
So that's not free,
though,
love that
right? Place. No.
Well, when you're on vacation, everything's free.
Everything's free.
Everything's free. There's no calories.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so not a campground, but the number one boondocking spot that you guys would recommend, Rob and Trish.
We unfortunately have not really boondocked a whole bunch, but looking at where I want to boondock would be.
But we have boondocked in some places.
But nothing like a night, and it's always been Harvest Host.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I would say the wall in why am I drawing a blank?
Badlands.
Badlands, thank you. Yes, the wall in Badlands is one of my places. Once when we have enough battery, that's the first place we're going. I don't care where we are. We're going to drive straight there, park on that friggin' ridge, and I'm going to just put my chair out and probably sleep overnight watching everything outside. Because it looks
the wall. That's amazing.
Now, Trish may be somewhere different. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't really want to go back to Badlands, but that's fine.
All right, so Trish is a no for sleeping in the chair. Jim and Amy, number one boondocking spot.
Well, we haven't really done a lot of boondocking. I mean, we've done 4 Harvest Hosts, and in the 2 weeks in the desert. I mean, right now the spot we had in the desert, I mean, is a winner for us. I mean, it was, again, gorgeous out there, quiet, warm, but not hot and not cold. But yeah, definitely north of Quartzsite, Arizona, in the desert.
But we like to do some more boondocking, so we may have to revisit this in 6 months.
Yeah. Agreed.
Especially now you get the battery too.
We do. We upgraded some batteries, so we'll be doing some more boondocking.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys are set up for the battery system now, so you're good to go. What's our number one boondocking spot?
So we did boondocking back with our Reflection when we first got our batteries and stuff, and we went to Moab and did boondocking. I don't remember the exact location where we were, but we could see. I mean, we could see it all where we were. The only recommendation I would have is don't go to Moab in August in boondock.
Little hot.
Little warm.
It was definitely a little on the hot side. But we had so much. I mean, Sadie was off leash. The kids were running around. No one was there. We had a great time. It's just, it was very windy the night that we were there. And so we had the windows open. And so when we woke up in the morning, everything was covered in red dust. It's like we were on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had red dust in that RV forever. But, I mean, I think from what I remember, it's the views that we had. It was really great, and we had such a fun time, and I would definitely recommend trying to boondock.
But if you cannot afford GLP-1s like Ozempic, you can definitely boondock in Moab in August, and it'll definitely do it for you for free. There's no problem there.
So when you guys boondock,
sweat it out, baby.
You guys have a lot of battery power, right? So how long can you guys stay out with your battery setup?
Yeah, so we did that in our last rig. We had a 460 amp hour, but now,
okay.
I mean, we haven't tested it with this new one yet. We did like 5-6 days the most with this one, but
we're supposed to be in the Keys testing it right now.
And what
Jim
kind of
and Amy
batteries
did
do you
2
have?
weeks.
We have big beard batteries. Thank you so much
Wow.
for asking, Rob.
See that?
Let's go. Big
Oh,
beard batteries.
show.
Okay. Our last one is, I don't really get this one because it's about being social, and I really like to talk to you guys, and that's it. But Rob and Trish, what is the number one RV park for social full-time RVers?
Oh, that's a good question because I am a
Well,
social introvert.
I don't know. It's funny he says that, but he's the one who knows everybody because he goes out and
Yeah.
does the jobs. But honestly, I think for us, we've stayed in a lot of different parks in Arizona in the winter that just have tons and tons of amenities. And if you do anything, like I would say probably the one for us where we've socialized the most would be down in Tucson. It's called Far Horizons,
Yeah.
down in Tucson, Arizona. And it is a 55 and older. But you can get in there if you're not 55 because we were never 55 when we were there.
You just got to know how to talk to the right people.
Yeah. But what's really cool is, I mean, a lot of the streets are very social. Like the street we stayed on, every day at 4:00, they would have a big gathering around a fire pit and everybody would have wine.
Somebody would ring a bell that it's time to drink, and literally everybody would come down with their chairs and gather right in front of somebody's thing. And they'd turn the fire pit on. Everybody started drinking.
And
6 o'clock, everybody leaves.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they
awesome.
They had a sign on the street that said the wine highway.
Yeah.
And but the other thing that was cool was on Friday nights they would have food trucks and they would have live music and they would do free beer and wine up at the pool. And then on Mondays they would have live music again. So I don't know. We always had so much fun there. Plus, there's tons of amenities like the woodwork shop, the poker and euchre, and you name it. They've got something going on. But pickleball, I would say that's probably the one there that we've met the most people.
Yep, for sure.
Nice.
All right, Arizona for the win. A bunch of social butterflies in Arizona.
Yeah.
Jim and Amy, what is the number one RV park for social full-time RVers out there?
So apparently we're going to have two answers because Amy doesn't necessarily agree with what I'm getting ready to say.
I don't agree.
But she has a different idea. So I'm going to say it's not a particular park, but I will say that it's in Arizona and is probably any RV park in Phoenix or Yuma that's 55 plus. They have so many activities for people, happy hours. I mean, I've seen people doing shuffleboard, poker tournaments. You played bunco one night at one of them that we were out. So I would say any 55 plus in Arizona.
Yep.
I definitely agree with that.
Yep.
I agree. So I'm going to add mine. I agree to that, yes. But I'm going to say Athens, Texas, where we all met.
Yeah.
I mean, look how
Very true.
it made us. I feel we were all very social. We met a lot of people, and obviously we have hitched our post to you two, you four, and we ain't ever letting go. I mean, you're going to be hitched to us forever. And we just met up with Chris and Annette last weekend, and I don't know, we made some good connections and felt we were very social there. I think the school forces you to be that way.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, everybody's in the same boat right there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? What is the RV park called?
Big Texan.
Big Texan.
Big Texan.
That's right. Yes. All right. So, as social as we are, what is our number one?
Well, you're not going to answer this, obviously, because you go to bed at 6 o'clock and you don't like to talk to anybody.
Apparently, I'm not going to ask the entire question either, but go ahead.
So, for my answer for social full-timers is not necessarily a campground, but I would say it's to go to rallies. We have talked about this plenty of times on other podcasts. As many rallies for, as you can go to, like-minded people that are there to meet people as well. We have met some amazing people at rallies. Less Junk, More Journey, we've been to a ton of their rallies. The Total Eclipse rally, RV Unplugged, Tampa Campout, which hopefully we have a Tampa Campout 3 coming in 2027. But I think that's the best way to meet people that we have found as a family, with us and, well, not necessarily Danny. He doesn't like to meet people, but the kids and I. So I think that would be our suggestion. Go to rallies that are at awesome campgrounds.
That's a great suggestion. That really is.
I'm also going to throw in a hot tub. If you want to meet people, go to the hot tub.
Very true.
You meet lots of people at the pool and the hot tub.
Pool and hot tub.
Unless there's an upside down pineapple. Well,
Not like
there's an upside
that.
down pineapple.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen some of the people in
The
the
show
hot
with
tub?
just
You
two
ain't
pineapples?
wanting no upside down pineapple.
Well, and Amy,
Run
though, you have to
away.
be careful. Sometimes the weirdos are at the hot tub, like we experienced in California.
This is true.
No
Yeah.
loofahs either.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, it's funny you should say "oh boy" because it sounds like Rob's got a
boy.
kick-ass "oh boy" moment for us. So obviously,
yeah.
"oh boy"
So-
moments are a staple in RV trash talk. So Rob,
Yep.
take it away.
All right. So
Oh,
this
boy.
is a good one. This happened just the other week. Just had knee surgery, so I wasn't really getting around too well. Jim was an awesome sport. Helped basically take the rig, get it here, parked it, which was fantastic. So I was hooking everything up, and my rig's got two output things. So I got to hook up the hoses to two different ports. One of them came with an outside valve. The other one didn't. It has two internal valves that basically pull for the gray, pull for the black, and then it just comes out. So I added a Volterra valve as soon as we got the thing, just a little twist on valve. Well, over the past 2 months, the both handles have broke. So getting that thing open is a major pain. Preface that with the fact that about 3-4 months ago, my black tank, the valve in the black tank was sticking, and I was trying to push it in, and it ended up bending the part that basically moves the blade up and down. So the black tank is always open. So because of that, I always have to keep the Volterra tank closed, or the Volterra valve closed, and then the gray tank closed, right? And it just fills up from the tube. Again, not that big of a deal. I've learned to deal with it. So last week, dumped all the tanks, flushed everything, and I remember we were dropping the rig off in to get serviced for the issues we were having. It was going to be there for a couple of days, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave the tank dry. Let me put like 10 gallons of water in here. So I filled it to black, put 10 gallons of water, took the thing, it was gone, blah, 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 totally forgot about it. So we get over here, Jim parks this thing, and I'm looking at the Volterra valve, and I'm like, man, and I'm trying to pull it open. My leg, I'm in a weird position because my leg is jacked up, so I'm trying to pull this thing. I can't open this damn thing. And I happen to look in my black tank tub, and there's the flush king.
Enter
like,
Danny.
Man, yeah, it's like, you know what? He's right. This thing is actually pretty cool because I was going to buy a new Volterra valve. I'll just use this thing. This is fine. Now, the tank is closed. I'm assuming everything's closed. It shouldn't be a big deal. So what do? I lean down and I grab the valve and I twist it and then I pull it off because I was going to put the flush king thing on there. I 100% forgot that I just put 10 gallons of water in this thing about 5 days ago. So I untwist this valve and I pull it out and just a flood. Like a flood. And I grabbed a flood of just black tank. Yes, all over me. Like shoes, my leg. Thank God it wasn't the leg that I saw the stitches in. It was my leg. But on my sweatshirt, like it was just. And I grabbed the flush king and I jam it on there. Because of the pressure, I can't twist it. So I'm holding this thing, and Jim is just laughing.
I'm dying. I'm freaking dying. Literally laughing my ass off and stinking my nose,
shooting out of my mouth. It's just.
But also, you couldn't.
Yeah. So I've got this thing on, and I close, and it still is coming out. So then I close the valve. So now I've stopped the gusher, right? So I'm holding this thing on, and I'm looking around like I can't reach anything. Jim is laughing. I'm like, all right, man, I need some help here. I was like, I need you to connect the hose.
And I'm like, what do you need? I'm not getting too close, though.
So he comes over, he connects the hose to one side and then to the thing, and he's just like, whoa, whoa. So it's finally connected to the sewer thing, and I'm still got to hold this thing on it because I can't twist it. So I pull the valve, it empties the whole thing. And then it finally empties, and then I was able to twist the thing on, and then we got everything set up. But now we're sitting here. There's just black tankness all over, right?
In the bougie part.
In the bougie part.
In the bougie part.
Yeah. So
we've been eating dinner together for like the last 2 weeks at this point, right? And I know you cleaned your tank, and I don't remember having corn in the last 2 weeks.
100%. That's exactly what I was saying.
There it is.
We have not had corn in a long time. Like, so I get my hose out and I spray everything off, and I hit it with a little bit of Clorox or whatnot, and got cleaned up, but my shoes were just trashed. My sweatshirt was just trashed. It was
and then I come along,
yeah.
And mind you, we had stayed at a friend's house for a couple of nights while our rig was being serviced. And because he and Jim were together, Jim's like, well, we'll just go pick up your rig. Just meet us out at the place. I'm like, okay. So I pull up and I back in and I look over and Jim's got this big smile. And I'm like, oh, he must think I'm backing in well. Right. Like, I'm like, why else would he be smiling like that? And then I roll the window down and he goes, oh my God, you're like 5 minutes too late. And now Rob's just rinsing everything down. And I'm like, what are you doing? And Jim's like, you missed the best oh boy moment.
Like, I'm so pissed we didn't have camera rolling somewhere.
Yeah, I said, did you get it on video?
It would have been awesome. Oh my God. But it was just, when it happened, it was just so surreal, surprising.
And it was like slow. Even for me, it was like slow motion. It's like,
I didn't know what to do. Like, I sat there and was just like, this is not happening right now. And just, was, So that was that was an awesome oh boy moment. So even for like people that have experienced and been doing this for a while, it still happens. So
I'm so glad I got to share that with you, or you shared that with me. Maybe.
So am I. I'm glad somebody saw it because. Like, I was laughing. That's how funny it was.
Yes, you were.
That is wild. That's like the ultimate oh boy.
So gross.
Oh, yeah.
We should change this. We should change the saying from when the shit hits the fan to when the shit hits the Rob. You know, it's been bad.
I still don't know what it was.
Awesome.
The chili.
Oh, that's what it was.
We had chili. There was corn in the chili.
That's what it was. Okay, that makes way more sense now.
Classic. Well, that is absolutely one of the best oh boy moments we've had. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did as recording it with this corn talk and the crazy Rob shenanigans with his new knee. Good thing that the black tank didn't hit your stitched up knee because that would be terrible. So if you guys out there are watching, just drop us a comment about your favorite RV park. If you had a great RV experience or one of your best RV moments, and let us know, hey, has there been a crazy oh boy moment out there that you guys have experienced? Please let us know. So please follow and share, leave a review. You can find us on all that stuff that they tell me to say every episode. I'm not going to do it, but you guys have fun, keep your tanks dry, and always point your RV to the North Star. Love you guys. Cheers.
Wait, Amy's quote of the episode.
Wait, we got an Amy quote.
And now, the famous Amy's quote of the episode.
All right. Well, I feel we live in paradise in this RV lifestyle. So I had a couple here. What one? Oh, we're lost in paradise and we don't want to find our way out.
Let's go.
Let's
Love
go.
it.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.